My name is Donald Keene.
And what brought you into the road show today?
I saw a picture of Josephine Small's daughters in the paper, and they were advertising the show, so I wanted to come in and meet them. I didn't know where they lived, so I brought the tape recording of their mother.
Okay, I'm Josephine Donahue, formerly Josephine Small. I'm the daughter of Josephine Costello Small.
I'm Mary Fraser, Josephine's daughter, and I live in Braintree.
I'm Virginia Cookson, and my maiden name, of course, is Virginia Small. My mother was Josephine Bridget Costello Small.
That's how I met her, Josephine Small, Joe, when I used to drive her to the doctor's offices as a volunteer. And she gave me all the history of Rainsford Island and Long Island and all the time when she was younger. And so we took her out for supper, and she gave a good talk about it. And another fellow was going to write a book on it. That's how I met her, Josephine Small, Joe. She lived at 109 Broad Street in Weymouth at the time.
And she just told you stories about Rainsford Island.
Because I was familiar with Rainsford and all the islands, really, because I've been on most of them. And when she told me about the different parts to the island, I had to go back out and look at some of the places she told me about. And I found the steps to her house where it used to be, and looking right across at George's Island. So that was very interesting to talk to her. And she had a bunch of old books on history and whatnot. So quite a woman.
Quite a woman, and you're quite a guy. And you were a volunteer driving the elders, is that right?
This is quite a few years ago. Yeah, she was quite a sport. She went to my church, and we had a supper one night, and I invited her down, and she was going to be the guest speaker. She said, I don't know what to talk about. She kept them going for about 2 hours. They wouldn't let her go.
What was your reaction today when you played that tape?
I was just looking to see what the daughters would be thinking, and it filled them up. They were very emotional about it. I'm glad they heard it, and I'll make a copy for them anyway.
Mary, what happened today when this gentleman said he wanted to meet you?
Apparently a gentleman came in and wanted to meet me. He had seen my picture and Josephine's picture in the Ledger and about this roadshow, and he wanted to meet us. So he came in, and turned out he used to drive my mother when she was elderly for her doctor's appointments. And they would chit-chat while they were waiting, and she would talk about Rainsford Island where she lived. So one day he invited her to dinner, and he brought a tape and asked if he could record her. And they talked for a couple of hours until apparently the dishes in the kitchen got too loud for them, and he couldn't record anymore. But she told him many, many things about living on Rainsford Island. And I was brought to tears just by hearing her voice.
Yes. I listened. I heard my mother's voice, and I just...
That you lost it.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
I mean, I imagined a lot of things happening here today, people sharing photos, but it never occurred to me someone would come in with a tape recording of someone's voice.
No, I never expected that.
No.
I think that's why I came to tears so easily.
And now he said he's going to make you a copy.
He's going to make a copy, and we're going to get together and trade stories. He has been to the island and seen a lot of the things that my mother mentioned to him, where the buildings were, and he has seen all that, so he can tell us about it too.
So he's in Weymouth, you're in Braintree and Scituate and North Shore, and we have a new friendship group here, I think.
Yes, we do. He's got a lovely daughter.
And I was only 16, and they made me a matron in charge of the kids, the kids and the girls